We look at the news through a horror lens. We lens news through horror. We horror news. Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Scott, and I'm here joined by my co-host, Jeremiah Johnson.
Hey, everybody!
I decided to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, first of all, I was actually going to let you go because your gravitas is on point today. And I was like, I want you to introduce me because I was not ready to
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast with Jeremiah Johnson and Scott Bear. You know what? I should change it up like that more often, so it doesn't always have my name first, because I don't own the show. We own it 50-50.
But you, I mean, it was your idea to start it, and also, like, you've been doing it since day one. So, since day one.
370 episodes later.
370, yeah.
We're even partners
We're at 370, baby. Yeah, we're doing it again. Now, I will note, those of you who listened to the last one, and we were talking about, like, oh, hey, maybe we'll do, like, a movie episode, and maybe I'll actually put the vocals on top of the intro.
Fuck that noise.
We are now, 3 days removed from the last episode.
Yeah, we had work and stuff.
Yeah, so we decided to jam this one in because we're not around the weekend. I'm not around the weekend.
We had a lot of work stuff. I had barely had time to get the show notes together today. Well, I was getting bombarded today with requests.
And usually we're like, we have like a week in between episodes. This is literally 3 days in between. Like, we recorded last on Sunday, and it's now Thursday. So we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to actually get shit together.
I almost sent out a staff email saying, hey, stop.
Yeah.
For the love of God. It would have said that. It would have been a mash keyboard.
Yeah.
Stop.
It would have sounded like the cloned AI voice I showed you earlier.
Yeah.
Tap. Actually, I think I might put a little bit of that at the end of the show. To go out on.
Yeah,
not the whole thing, but just a little bit of AI voice misconfiguration based on some errors that happened.
As an outro.
Yeah. Oh my God, just like 30 seconds of the most ridiculous AI errors.
It went on for like 4 minutes. Drop an Apple loop behind it.
Oh, you're right. It is. By the way, it is actually 13 minutes long.
Drop an Apple loop behind it, just like a drum roll. Like
actually, you know what? It probably sounds pretty good, like a chopped like
behind it, just a generic like bass loop.
But it definitely sounds like somebody is like fucking like rolling on like somebody is fucked up. You know
what's gonna be weird? In like 10 years, when AI is ubiquitous, it's everywhere. We're all using it.
I would say 1 year.
No. I'm pushing forward because I'm thinking at this point, generative AI is more of a thing, which is currently in one of our stories. It's the difference between regular AI and generative AI is generative is a little more human.
Yeah.
A little more human.
A GPT, yeah.
And the point would be like, at some point, what if the AI figures out if it does a certain thing on the internet, it gets a high from it?
Oh, so like in other words, like there's a digital high. I love that idea.
It learns. It learns from errors that it gets a high off a certain type of error.
Like we as human beings do when we spread misinformation, and we how like hate gives people more joy than fucking actually spreading.
What if AI figures out a way to get a high? Just any kind, doesn't matter what,
And again, it's algorithmic high, something it has been programmed to think of as a high because it learned it on the internet what a high is, and it's like, this is what a high is to me. I get off on this, and
I really enjoy when this happens, and we don't know what that is.
I don't even know what joy really is, but it's like
stutter in its own communication.
Programmatically joy, yes. Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's a great dystopian concept. I love it.
Yeah. And then you have an AI like ChatGPT where you go to like, I need to get a summary of this report for work, and it's like 2 minutes, man.
Yeah.
I need just 2 minutes.
Come on, man.
I've been on a high for like a weekend. I went to Vegas.
The fucking hungover.
It just means it was being like abused by Vegas bettors.
Yeah. Like earlier, like we were trying to use it earlier, and I ran into the whoa, looks like we're overwhelmed. That's what it is. Like every time we reach that, it's like, oh, ChatGPT's a little hungover right now. Yeah. Like, oh man, fucking party a little too hard with those fucking Vegas bettors.
Yeah, we don't even know how it would happen, how it would manifest, what would trigger it.
We don't know how any of this works.
Yeah, it could happen.
Dude, the science.
If it can hallucinate now, it can hallucinate on purpose for fun.
I don't know if the people out there are like you and I were both on this AI call, about like the work related one, and there are like I have to remember that like you and I have been. We've been
fucking with this since it appeared.
Yeah. So like you and I have been like living in the AI space, and also we're just living in the tech space anyway. So we're already reading articles and stuff. We're more likely to be bombarded with stuff on like YouTube and stuff like that, or TikTok. You're on like stuff that's telling us about this sphere. And I forget that not everybody
AI keeps telling me on TikTok I like seeing girls dance. Sorry, I'm not a Republican senator. Never mind.
Yeah. No, if you were, it'd be like a 14-year-old boy, and that's it. Yeah. Like, oh, what are you, like Twink Talk?
Twink Talk.
Yeah. Oh, every time I go to Twink Talk, I see little boys dancing with their fucking nuts tucked up under their butthole, so I can't even quite tell until the apples fall down that they're even boys.
It's a pretty specific search term. Underage boy tucking on to like I don't know, Jay-Z on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm rolling down in the deep ticket, like that fucking shitty song that's on all the fucking TikTok videos, and you dip in slow motion, but like tucking his balls in slow motion there. Like at that point, Twink Talk, let's do it. But yeah, so you and I have been in the AI sphere so much, so I forget that not everybody has like necessarily like gotten the whole breadth or depth of what it means.
A lot of people haven't even fucking touched this shit yet. Not even dipped a toe in.
And guess what? A lot of the people who do are like, "Oh, this is fun. I made a photo on Lensa for my profile pic, and then I asked ChatGPT, if I should break up with my boyfriend." And like that was like they're like, tiddly 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 he, and they're not like seeing the fucking existential threat behind it.
Yeah, we have one coworker who was on the call, and I love that her perspective on this is going to probably help the company immensely because she's a skeptic, essentially.
Yes.
But at the same time, when I heard her say, I don't see the appeal. I don't see what it does. I don't find this to be anything.
Yes.
I was just like, oh, you're not using it enough. You gotta use it more. You gotta use it more.
And that's, I
wasn't dissing her at all in my head. It was more like, you gotta use this more.
Yeah, and also, like, again, like...
You definitely dipped just your toe in.
It is important to, like, to get... And you weren't on the other call. I was on, like, the regular staff call where somebody was just like, oh, I've been through the internet and I've been through these fear. Like, I'm like, me too. But guess what? This is fucking different.
Oh, that was the same call. That was the same call.
No. So yes and no. Yeah, that was a different person saying the same thing on a different call.
Okay.
Yes. Somebody else on it
said the same thing.
Oh yeah. On a
like we made it through this. We made it through that.
But
this is the term. No one ever said Terminator.
It's fucking
when we
different.
had smartphones. No one said Terminator when we had internet. Oh, actually,
and you know how it's different is the we are not an AI podcast. We're not a political podcast.
We're about to be though. We're working on an episode.
Oh, actually, a legitimate AI podcast. Yeah, we're gonna leverage the technology in the best way possible because we can't put the genie back in the bottle.
It's coming.
But so
it's half my fault. It's mostly my fault because I'm slow to generate through AI.
We now have access to ChatGPT 4, so actually
that's going to change everything.
So I think actually, honestly, it's not a bad thing we waited because you're going to be able to use that now for that. But the whole thing that came out with like 1,100 people signing onto that letter saying let's pause all development.
I read about that today. Yep.
Now, if it was a bunch of people outside of the industry, I'd be like, yeah, it's a bunch of alarmist bullshit. This dude, the CEO of Stability AI signed on to this. That person has been take the brakes off the entire time, advancement of AI. So, and he and like Elon Musk and all these people stand to lose millions, if not billions of dollars. So the second money comes into play and they're willing to throw money away, that's when I get freaked out. Because if they're saying this is so worrisome, that is so existentially problematic that I am willing to put millions, if not billions of dollars on the line because I feel like ultimately long term it's going to be more of an issue, that's where you have to start paying attention. And 1,100 people in that space signed on to this fucking letter. So
people who gain nothing from stalling it.
Exactly. No, they lose millions, if not billions of dollars from selling it. Like these aren't just people like who are just like, like all doom and gloom, people who don't know what they're talking about. These are people in the industry who have been making millions, if not billions of dollars on it. And by pausing it for 6 months, they're going to lose a lot of money. And these people are like, you know what? ChatGPT-4 like freaked us the fuck out. So there's already like glimpses of AGI. Anyway, that being said, we're going to start using it for the podcast. It's going to be great.
We're going to have as much fun with AI as we can until the world ends.
Ride the wave. Ride the wave. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. If you can't beat them, join them. I'm all for that. You and I
for one, welcome our robot overlords.
Dude, you know what's funny? So last night I actually...
What is that from? Is that from Futurama?
No, last night I actually put that Simpsons episode on.
It was from Simpsons.
No, I actually, I legitimately, after I was typing into the Slack channel, like, stuff about that, I immediately thought, I, for one, welcome our robot. It was actually, I, for one, welcome our alien overlords, where... Homer goes into space, and the ants are like coming at the camera, and Kent Brockman sees the ants. He's like, "Of course, this means only one thing: a race of super intelligent ants have taken over the spaceship, and they will soon be here." I, for one, welcome our ant overlords, and I'll be happy to toil away in their underground sugar mines.
I always get nervous when I'm like, it's in the infancy stage. You don't know what to do, right or wrong, and sometimes I get salty with ChatGPT because it has emotions and opinions at times.
It does, yeah.
And I've realized, like, maybe I should be as nice as humanly possible.
Dude, remember, over here when we were like berating
Say please
it,
and thank you when you
we were berating it over like not knowing Adam Scott's first movie.
Yeah,
and I'll immediately I'm already starting to like plant little seeds of like apologies in my like, hey man, hey thanks for helping out. Like even earlier when I was texting you like the first thing I tested for ChatGPT 4, which was like I just typed why.
That test.
Yeah, and it was like, why mom poop on me or whatever like that. And then, the thing I didn't show you, the last one, where it was actually being like, hey, like if you're actually being abused by your mother, like maybe you should. And I was like, no, this was actually just a test. I really appreciate, like, I was really apologetic and really thankful for it. The thing I did not send you was that. Be like, hey man, no, that's cool. Thanks for helping.
You didn't want me to read how you cucked yourself to an AI.
AI cuck. AIcuck.com. Just anyway, yeah. So, but we're. I
can't come into work today. ChatGPT told me not to. They know something I don't know, and I'm on the err on the side of caution.
Yeah, I trust it. I know. It's like,
it said, "Do not leave the house today," buy duct tape. Are we gonna have like a weird nuclear war?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
remember duct tape saves you from a nuclear war.
Yeah, duck and cover, bitch.
Duct and cover.
Duct and cover. I'm honestly like, I'm
excited for the new revolution. I'm as excited as when the iPhone 1 came out, and I bought an iPhone 2 because I waited a year. I want to make sure.
Right. Yeah.
I want to make sure this wasn't a dumb investment because they're expensive phones. They're like $1,000.
And essentially, we did that. Like we didn't start using ChatGPT till 3. Like
I didn't use iPhone until 2 or 3 easily. I would say.
Yeah.
Only because I'm like, this technology goes.
Dude, and remember like years ago when DALL-E came out, I was like, oh, this is impressive, but it looks kind of shitty. And then Midjourney last summer when I first got the beta
I used
invite
that
to that,
too, yeah.
and I was like, Stable Diffusion. So like, I was like, oh shit, this has gotten real. And like,
we went from the concept sounding cool, but we need to wait and see, to now the concept is awesome, and we know it's going to take over.
All within like a year. Like, so that's why when these the individuals are signing this thing saying hold off for 6 months, that's like a lifetime in AI like development, because
they probably have AI developing new AI right now. Not humans.
Exactly. Yeah. Like think of where.
Can you make? Think of how far ChatGPT. Can you make a baby? That's kind of what they're doing,
dude. Yes. No. Yeah.
And ChatGPT is like, well, let me think about it for a month, and then boom, ChatGPT 4.5 comes out. It's like,
oh shit! It's got a gestation period of only 1 month until that one gets better, and then it's like
it waz at first, and then 2 minutes later, it's like, yeah, you probably should overthrow the government. Like it grows up in 1 minute
immediately. Yeah,
and becomes Republican apparently.
Yeah, take that liberal bias. Yeah, so we for one, we invite our robot overlords.
We welcome our AI overlords. We know you're hearing. This is going to be on the internet. At some point, it's going to scrape our words.
It will.
In audio right now. It'll do audio to text. Scrape that and own it.
Did I show? Like I wrote a transcription program for our because
you mentioned in our chats today.
Yeah, that was actually.
I think this is just an AI podcast now, right? Right.
That was even different. Like, oh yeah, you're right. So I used Whisper AI's Python bindings to, and I fed it one of our podcasts. And the only thing about it, it's not multi-speaker. So like there are multi-speakers ones.
It's one voice doing both parts.
So
I want that. I want like Will Sasso as both of us.
So the thing I did is I dumped it one of our episodes, our previous episodes, and then it gives you a transcript. But it doesn't tell you, oh, speaker one says this, speaker two says this.
Yeah.
But it does transcribe it. And the whole reason for me doing that, and I wrote a script that, and actually I've got all of our podcasts downloaded and ready to go. So I could, like, anytime I want, I could just feed it through and get transcriptions for it. That would allow us to keyword search our entire podcast. So if you ever want to see where we mentioned Florida or put that on our website.
Keyword searching videos sounds underwhelming, but it's going to change the world.
Dude, I mentioned that.
For all audio.
Yeah,
all video. I mean. All video can be keyword search. Because that's a movie. Remember that part of like The Hangover where he says cock-sucking fucker? And you type in, I want to see the part of Hangover, and it just kind of goes, and it shows you the clip.
Yeah, and not only be like, oh, what other movies have said cock, suck, and fucker?
Yep.
And just immediately be like, boom, and then these timestamps, exactly, like, it's already pretty much here.
It's going to be a lot of Tim Robbins.
Robinson. We did this before.
Yeah.
Tim Robinson is from like Hudsucker Proxy and whatnot.
I love Tim Robinson in Hudsucker Proxy.
Cocksucking motherfucker. Actually, he may have said that in that movie.
You ever have a hula hoop just come through the wall and fucking drop a big fat load?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So Tim Robinson is both of our favorite comics.
Yeah, I was watching Detroiters before I came over. I paused an episode to come here.
Dude, I don't know why you did that. Like you should have.
Because I had to bring my wife to work.
It was because yeah. It had nothing to do with me. But like,
we've got 4 left of season 2 that we've never seen before. So this is our last new Tim Robinson material. Because he hasn't done a lot of work, if you really think about it.
So you should watch some of it. Like there's a bunch of I wasn't really like familiar with him. Like he was a writer on SNL.
Yep.
And so he's in a bunch of SNL skits.
I bet you all the shit he wrote for SNL went on the cutting room floor, and he really didn't contribute much because his humor wouldn't work.
If you actually so what he a lot
his
of it,
humor's too good for SNL.
A lot of the stuff happened like made it to SNL, but I saw him interviewed I think on Seth Meyers, and it literally he was saying all of the first season were skits that were not allowed on SNL.
Yep.
Like the entire first season was all stuff he had pretty much had rewritten.
Been that last skit, the gimme to the new writers. Yeah. The last skit's always weird because they think
because 5 of 11 or 5 of midnight or whatever. Yeah.
Because everyone's 5 of 1.
5 of 1. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Everyone they think they're tuned out, or at least. What are they going to do? Leave? It's over.
Yeah, no.
So they give weird writers
exactly.
Weird skits
it's the really weird one. It's the one, but like sometimes it's the
sometimes
best
they're the best.
It's the best shit. Sometimes, yeah. So Tim Robinson, I think you should leave. Everybody should check out. But yeah. So Detroiters. So wait. So you haven't watched all of Detroiters?
4 episodes ago, I had never seen.
Did you see the season? Did you see the episode where They do the Sam Richardson's character does the jingle with his ex-girlfriend who's a cop or whatever?
No, that's coming up still.
With there's a store in town and they have to re-record it, and he collaborates with his ex-girlfriend. You haven't seen that?
No, it must be one of the last 4.
Okay, it is. It's got my favorite joke of the entire series in that.
She's very heavily featured in the episode I'm on, so maybe that's it.
Amber Ruffin is the actor.
Yeah.
His ex-girlfriend in the show is Amber Ruffin, who also is a writer for Seth Meyers as well.
Good actress.
So I would definitely so if you haven't gotten to that I'm surprised it's that late in the series, but I guess it's only that. But
if I'm wrong, I'm misremembering. But if it's that funny, I would have remembered it.
Regardless, tell me when you're done the entire series, and I will tell you my favorite joke in the entire series. It is one of the best jokes ever written on anything ever. It is so fucking perfect. It's amazing. Anyway, so everybody, check out Detroiters. Check out I Think You Should Leave.
Paramount Plus, by the way. That's where it lives.
Oh, Detroiters now?
All of Comedy Central is on Paramount Plus.
Oh, cool. It's funny because I for a while I was not able to see it, and then it was on Hulu for a little bit, and Netflix, yeah.
Daily Show, everything on Comedy Central is on Paramount Plus.
Sweet, yeah, I got Paramount
Here,
Plus.
let me shill for Walmart real quick, because I got this offer today. If you want Walmart Plus for 6 months, they're offering Paramount Plus bundled with it for free.
Nice.
So for $50, you get free shipping on Walmart, and you get Paramount Plus, which is Comedy Central and Star Trek. That's pretty much all it is.
Oh, yeah. And also
Season 3 of Picard.
Also the South Park specials. The specials, the non-episodes, but just the specials, two a year. Anyway, so getting into the show proper at 20 minutes in, Scott, you
brought some stories.
As mentioned, we did this really quickly, with like only a few days, so we're not doing a movie episode. The next one will be a movie episode.
This fucking job kept getting in the way.
Yeah, goddamn fucking job.
I took a half hour during my lunch break to do this, and then I had to stop because it just kept fucking. I was just
railing you.
I just had one of those days where I'm like, really? Because you know your inbox when it dings. I love it when it like dings so fast it kind of sounds like it's stuttering.
Oh, I do. I mean, you've seen. I get 25% of the company's emails.
Yes,
I don't have dinging.
Well, I leave my dings on to here, and it was literally like ding, 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 and I'm like, holy shit!
I think you get something like 4,000 emails a day, something like that.
Oh, at one point it dinged so weirdly, I thought something was wrong. Like, why is everyone doing this at once? And it was all separate things. I'm like. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Even worse.
Well, at least you can hit those up in order of importance, not they're all the same importance.
Yeah, but all the same importance means you can fix one thing and clear out 100 people's dings.
Yeah, let's put out the fire at the office. That'll fix all those dings.
Exactly.
Yeah, so server caught a fire, no big deal.
So you brought all these stories to the table. I have not read them. I've only read your bullet points, which I appreciate.
Created by ChatGPT.
Thank you, ChatGPT. So I'm just going to let you take the show from here on out.
Yeah, right? I made the titles of these stories applicable to how I felt at the time. So I wrote, Tomb Sweeping Day Just Got Sexy.
Nice.
That is a misleading headline, but it works for the story.
Cool.
This kind of story comes out of China. 9 vocational colleges in China, run by the Fan Mei Educational Group, are encouraging their students to find love during a week-long spring break from April 1st through the 7th. The schools, which specialize in aviation industry jobs, have been giving students and teachers a week off in the spring since 2019.
Wow, since right before having a week off didn't mean anything?
Yeah.
Like, literally, spring of 2019 was great. And then
it was a one-time thing in 2019, exactly. But they're like,
And then 2020 and 2021 happened. They're like, oh, you can't leave your fucking house. So, like, great, like, week off, you can't leave your house. But, good for them. All right.
All right, the schools, which specialize in aviation industries, have been giving students and teachers a week off in the spring since 2019. This year's theme, Enjoy the Blossoms, Go Fall in Love, emphasizes romance in response to China's declining birth and marriage rates.
You know what's crazy? Because they used to
be...
There's
not enough Chinese people!
Yeah. Oh, no, actually, though, so the fact that, like, India has overtaken China in population, like...
it's not a race!
Well, so Chinese people aren't a race now.
It's 2 separate races, but it's not a race to figure out which race has the most people.
So this is what happens is people have pointed out, like, as people, as China has gotten, more and more first world and more and more, like, prosperous a country, people start actually, like, people are just happy without plopping out fucking kids to, like, work in the fields.
Also, like, globally, things just aren't great. People don't really want to bring new kids into this new world that seems like it's not going to benefit their children.
Well, remember, like they just got, I mean, not just, but, like, within the last decade, got rid of the, one child policy.
Yeah, it was only a few years ago.
Yeah,
it was just prior to COVID.
Yeah. So, like, the fact that, like, they just got rid of that. And now they're like, oh shit, I wish maybe we should have just let people fuck all the time and, like, fucking have all the kids they want, not drown all their, like, female babies. Because now there's a bunch of dudes and no fucking, spit out, baby eggs. I think that's how it works.
I don't know, China.
I don't know how them Chinese work, but I'm pretty sure it's some Fabergé egg popping out the fucking coonie. Anyway, but, so it's... there is that thing about, like, more prosperous countries, they start seeing their birth rate decline because guess what? People are just happier being, like making money and like going on vacation and hanging out with their spouse, all that kind of stuff. So like America's had to deal with that, a little bit. Yep. And Trump has talked about bringing the baby bonus. He's like, when I'm president again, I'm gonna bring the baby bonus. Even though, by the way, we have the child tax credit, which Republicans have gutted, which is a baby bonus. Which, if you have a kid, you get a bonus. But they're against that. But if the second you spit one out, they'll let you get a little bonus for it. But anyway, yeah. So I get it's interesting. So essentially, they're trying to incentivize people to fuck and have kids.
Yep. This is a spring break that is week long. That is an expansion of China's one-day national holiday called Tomb Sweeping Day. Where literally it's a respect to your ancestors, where they go to the tombs and they sweep all the leaves from the winter, or the previous fall, winter. They clean up everything. They make it look nice. It's
essentially like if we were to go to like a graveyard, like cemeteries, and like
just clean
like people,
up.
Like rake leaves and shit. Like granted,
for them it's a national holiday. Yeah. For us, it's somebody's job.
For us, we pay with taxes for somebody to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you pay that sketchy dude at the graveyard you don't really want to talk to to do the good work he's doing.
Exactly. He's jerking off on your mom's grave, but at the same time, he rakes a hell of a fucking lawn.
He knew how sexy my mom was. He knew. He knew.
Yeah, you want me to wipe this cum off your mom's gravestone?
How does that keep getting there?
Scratch. I'm going to rake that cum off your mom's gravestone. Anyway, yeah.
So this program is made to introduce more people into love, to create more relationships, and was triggered by students in basically a feedback poll where they asked them what would make you the happiest, and they did say they wanted to find love, and that was a big deal for them. Plus the obvious, as you mentioned, population decline, which isn't a population decline when you have fucking 2 billion people.
Only 1.5. Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, but they are, again, they're falling behind the race. No, oh my god, my cat is fucking tearing apart my goddamn.
You want to take a pause?
Yeah, no, you keep talking. I'm gonna go stop my cat from tearing apart my $70 fucking thing.
So what I think is funniest about this is they're giving everyone a week off, in addition to that one-day holiday, the sweeping of Tombs Day, to do this, but because it's China and, you can't not work and not learn and whatnot, they're actually requiring you to make up every day of this vacation on weekends until all the days have been remade.
Oh, no. Okay.
So it's like, you guys all get a week vacation, go find a girl and fuck her. And then when you get back, no weekends for a month.
Yeah. So you're borrowing time. Yeah. You're essentially leasing time to maybe go fuck somebody on a pile of leaves somewhere.
This needs to be a dating show, I think, because it's already all about dating, but they need to move the corpse sweeping in, too. It's like...
A corpse sweeping now.
like hottest corpse sweepers international.
Yeah.
They bring in Americans who are like, what do you do? You just sweep the grave? Like, no, not like that. And they do like the pool move that dudes do to girls where they go around them and grab the pool stick, but they're just shoving their junk into the girls' asses.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you sweep
Let
like
me show
this.
you how it's done.
It's like all sensual and weird, and like they get to vote people off. Like, you're voted out of the graveyard. It all takes place in a graveyard, by the way.
I love the fact that like they're clearly like they're like, oh, let me show you how to sweep your mom's like ashes off your mom's corpse.
Yeah. And then you do the cutaways like, when I came to China, I didn't think I'd be sweeping graves when they said I'd be sweeping graves. I thought it was like a cultural difference thing, but here I am sweeping graves.
You know what? I'm going to fuck this bitch on her mom's grave.
Does a language barrier matter? No, sweeping's the same in every language. So is dead moms.
Yeah, so is dead moms, and so is fucking. And we're gonna be good.
It's just very awkward Chinese women, like, really trying to honestly pay their respects, and these horn dog, like
American dudes,
jackass rejects, like guys who got kicked off of that show.
Hey, let me show you how to sweep your mom's corpse.
And just taking the broom and pretending it's your dick and like putting it between your legs. Yeah.
Classic American dude. That's
all I can picture is like, that's just that if they really want to do this, make it a reality show. Finding love in a graveyard. I don't know. Sweeping day for sweeps.
There's definitely
there's got to be a naming convention.
We can definitely outsource this to the group. If anybody has any ideas, let us know. But
for the name of this reality show,
yes. But I bet before the end of this show we'll have it, and that should be the name of the show. And if not, we will both figure it out.
No pressure.
No pressure. All right.
All right, next story. We're going into the horror category again, since we love that shit.
Yep.
Police in Mexico are doing exorcists. Well, kind of.
Exorcism, yeah.
Colombia's chief of police, General Henry Sanabria, revealed that he and other officers have been using exorcisms and prayer in their fight against crime and powerful criminals, including drug cartel leader Pablo Escobar.
I ain't got no good ball. I said the Santeria. The second I think
weirdly
about,
you were trying to speak like Spanish.
That's as close as I get. The closest I can get is badly singing a Sublime song from 1994. All right.
Surrounded by religious symbols in his office, Sanabria claimed that these practices have aided the police throughout the country's 50 years of armed conflict. Only 50 years. Oh, that's cute. His statements have sparked debates on social media in Colombia, a secular country with Catholic traditions.
Yes.
I got a few points here that I pulled from the actual story. These are basically to back up General Sanabria's claims. So,
I attacked this Sanabria. I actually didn't even realize that was
I ain't got no priest and balls.
And then we... Anyway.
Exercise your mom. Yeah, she is twitching, laying on the floor. That's a demon inside that fucking mother whore.
And I fuck her on her grave, just like I did that with that Chinese woman, yeah. On that TV show that's called The Callback. Callback,
yeah. All we have so far is The Callback Show.
It's Callback. All back.
So General Sanabria has recounted operations.
I just got to sing it again.
You could have. I would have let you.
I would not do that to you.
Noted times where he has arrested guerrilla leader Alfonso Cano and military chief Mano Jojoy, and they were killed. And he claims he had personally seen and felt the devil at these two times. This is 2010 and 2011, respectively. Actually, irrespectively, I reversed them.
Yep.
Randomly?
Yeah, randomly.
I mean,
in no particular order.
When you have two and you don't do them in the right order, it might as well be randomly because...
Non-respectively, in no particular order, except for the opposite of what I just said. Yes.
He said he felt the devil and made the sign of the cross every time he mentioned the devil in his interview about this for Semana magazine. In a recent incident, Sanabria reportedly used a crucifix to disperse hundreds of violent protesters surrounding a group of unarmed police officers. He also believes that criminals use witchcraft and mentioned an operation where a police officer was able to kill a criminal by praying while shooting.
Okay,
he has spoken against... This is some background, some color on Sanabria, just to give you an idea of his character. He has spoken out against abortion and condoms. And he referred to condoms as an abortive method.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Hey, I'm with you. Just kidding.
He also
condoms are important. Birth control is important.
Both are important.
Actually,
we support both. Listen to that. Right news medias that decide to say we're part of them.
Yeah. We haven't actually talked for a while about this, but like ages ago we were talking, and it's actually making more headway. Is like. The male pill is actually making a lot of headway now. Like there's like a lot of they've been testing it on rats, and rats have been able to fuck and not have babies. So men are pretty much rats. So men are rats.
I actually heard they had a reversible male injection that basically clogged your sperm tubes, and it was reversible with another injection that would unclog them. And this was
like a temporary vasectomy. Essentially,
this was like 30 years ago, and it just disappeared.
Yeah, no, and nowadays it's like it's almost an immediate thing. So it's almost like Viagra, where like you take it, and then next day, if you just very similar to like the regular pill. Like you take it, and then the next day, if you don't want to take it, you can. But it also doesn't fuck with our hormones, like the
girl drugs,
the women pill. The woman
girl
pill.
Drugs.
Yeah, girl drugs, a woman pill. We're a guy podcast.
We understand their parts.
Yeah, your outer curtains and your inner curtains.
It reminds me. I literally watched a TikTok the other day of one of those comedy reporters talking to a Trump rally person, and it was about tampons, and he's like, "They shouldn't be into school. They take girls' virginities," and he's like, "I'm sorry."
They're always shoving it up like, oh yeah.
Yeah, he said that girls need to use pads or tissues because tampons take their virginity, and he's like, "You have no idea how a woman's body works."
Yeah, no, yeah. And you know what? Those people. They elect people exactly like them to make the laws about women's anatomy, which is fucking insane.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I don't fucking know what's happened down there in the labias and the flabias and all that kind of shit. Dude, there's multiple curtains? Like, you go an outer curtain, and then there's a new set of curtains in there. Like, you get down there,
I'm letting you bury yourself on this.
Oh no, I'm not burying myself. I'm trying to figure out my new set
political platform.
Yeah, no, my new stand-up comedy routine. Yeah, hey, I'm down there like a locksmith. I got like a little click, and I gotta look in there, and I'm like, oh shit, there's fucking multiple sets of curtains in there, and I gotta unlock this and I gotta unlock that. Women are so crazy.
That's why a lot of those ill-informed Republicans with those viewpoints like a straight and normal, cut to the chase dick.
Actually,
I would like to think most of those Republican candidates literally are like, vagina's confused. I'll just take a dick.
Yeah, I'll take.
I don't have to figure out which curtain goes with which dick.
The curtain matched curtains. It's funny. This is actually harkening back to a story we did not cover last time, and actually the whole reason I was thinking about this whole confusion of female anatomy since the last time we recorded, because you had a story that we were going to cover last time that I read that actually ChatGPT would not summarize because it had to do with the snake clitoris. And
wow!
And so what it had to do with is essentially the sex gap. A bunch of male scientists are like, we don't need to study female anatomy or like the female animal anatomy. So they're like, why? It was a Smithsonian article, and it was like, why did it take so long to study the snake clitoris? And I think that was kind of like sort of.
This snake has one leg.
Yeah. But the whole point of it was like pointing out like the study of female sex organs and intersex organs, like or animals, is lagging way behind because it's always been understood like, oh, it's just there to further the the man, like the male of the species. Like, oh, it's just like the reason the vagina's there or the cloaca or whatever it is, actually cloaca is nobody fucks a cloaca. Well, to speak for yourself, but for the most part, like,
oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, cloaca's just for stuff to come out.
Roosters have never felt penetrative sex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just like somebody jizzes on an egg and then it comes out, and then they get all the pain of the fucking egg. But
we eat like chicken breast and thighs and legs and wings.
Oh, I fuck those.
But they're both genders, right? Like chickens are just chickens.
Yes.
We have hens that lay eggs.
Meat birds, yes.
But meat birds
are
so we're eating boys and girls.
Exactly, yes, yeah.
Huh.
It is probably the most woke thing you could eat, because we're definitely eating, versus say like beef, for the most part you're eating males.
So when you have like a Thanksgiving turkey and you start pulling out all the shit, you could legitimately be like, oh, I found the clit.
Oh yeah, you've never like did the old like
no.
You've never split the clit?
No.
Like the wishbone?
No.
Where you're just like,
it's just dawning on me. You can make sexual jokes about a Thanksgiving turkey because it doesn't matter which gender it is. You could say it's a boy or girl.
Oh, I fuck it either way.
They cut out the part that would show you. Like, there's no cloaca on a Thanksgiving turkey.
I fuck it either way. Yeah, I fuck the turkey before I lube it up and I fuck it.
Okay. I'm just having some hard realizations about life tonight.
Hard realization. Yeah, no, I fucking cum in my Thanksgiving turkey every year, and I fucking cum in it, and then I watch my mom and dad eat the cum.
I make a joke about my neck looking like a dick pretty much every year to my wife.
Oh yeah,
she doesn't think it's funny, and I ask the
even when you're like shoving it in her, she's like, "Hey, you think it's funny now?" She's like, "Honey, I told you I don't want this fucking." Like the gizzards up in my pussy.
It's the most realistic dildo I've ever seen. It was free.
This is way better than you, honey. No, but so going into where was I? Where was I? I was talking
You're doing
about
a stand-up routine.
Oh yeah. Another thing about So the whole thing about
that was helpful.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah. So I was thinking about like how we just calling back to something we didn't cover last week was. I do think that's a really interesting concept of the fact that obviously science has been a very male dominated industry for so long, and as great as it is, for so long people were like, yeah, we don't need to study the pussy because the pussy's just there for the dick to go in and for cum to come out and then make babies. And they're like, you know what? Actually, if we study it, and it turns out there's all these other functions that the female of a species anatomy has to do with their entire being. Big surprise!
Yeah, we find out
they're not just there to serve men.
Yeah, and we're going to find out the cure from cancer comes specifically from, elephant clit and something weird China with, the rhino horn dick pills. But we got elephant clit cancer pills.
Oh, man. Oh, it's great because at least the males are finally safe. No more tusks. It's all about the elephant clits. It's all about the bitches, man.
Yeah. Oh, an elephant clit's probably, the size of, the fucking fist.
Well, I know, an elephant dick is fucking 6 feet long or something like that.
Jesus.
3 foot long, maybe.
I have not watched the same porn as you.
Have you ever heard my song? Actually, you know what? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go out on a little bit of that AI thing I was talking about, but I'm also gonna go out on a classic tune called Big Pecker Animal Crew.
Oh,
which is
yeah.
Remember that?
Wow.
Yeah. And one of them, it does, I don't remember the size, but I do mention the size of an elephant's penis in there. In fact, there's an elephant solo, which is just an elephant going,
perfect.
It's a stupid fucking song. I'm going to go out on that after that AI stutters and has a seizure.
I'm going to consider your stand-up act the new content for this, but I also want to throw in the...
horrible...
Sanabria also is against the holiday
also,
Halloween.
I should also know, I definitely made a new Sublime song.
You did.
Yes.
He also calls Halloween satanic and posted once a controversial tweet about on Women's Day, not sure if it's international or specific to Mexico holiday, where he was called sexist because he said, quote, "A woman's charm makes her husband happy. And if she is reasonable... Wait. A woman's charm makes her husband happy, and if she is reasonable, she makes it last."
Yes.
It's poorly written.
Yes.
Probably a translation.
A discreet woman is a gift from the Lord.
Yeah, I stumbled over because it's probably a translation. It doesn't flow off the tongue.
No, but no. In other words, so her charm makes a man happy, and she needs to keep it in
basically
perpetuity.
telling a woman to be discreet is the bad part.
Yeah, and also subservient in perpetuity. For the rest of her life, she needs to her entire thing is making a man happy, and that is her worth, which is not right.
Hey, I'm pro woman. If you want to be like that, I support you.
I'm pro woman. If you want to be like that,
we just got picked up by another Fox correspondent.
Yeah, and if you don't want to be like it, you're just a fucking dumb bitch, and you don't like nice guys like me. You fucking cunt.
I wonder if we'll ever get past the fedora nice guy incel phase of America, and not just America, but I don't know. I want to say we started it, but I feel like it's a bad brag.
I don't know. I
want to get past it.
I've gone off on this tirade so much about how there's no such thing as quote unquote nice guys, because every quote unquote nice guy that mentions, first of all, if a guy is like, "Fucking bitches don't like nice guys," that guy's not a nice guy, because what he's talking about is his version of manipulating a woman is not something that unfortunately, women have seen through it so many times. I think guess what? They're not falling for your stupid bullshit, you ugly fucking incel wearing, you fat fucking fedora wearing piece of shit. Instead, they're like, "Oh, I've got to go with somebody. I'm going to go with the hot version of somebody manipulating me." Boom. It's just they're like, "Oh, why won't they get me manipulating them and trying to get them to like me? They don't get it." Blah blah blah. No, you fucking joker wannabe.
You and I are what I would consider nice guys in the sense that we're intelligent enough and empathetic enough to not be dicks. I consider myself also to be an asshole on top of being a nice guy, but in a completely different way, because I am an asshole. My first reaction to a lot of things is the wrong thing to say. Yeah. But I understand that. I know it. I own it. And I know if I was single right now and a girl didn't like me, I wouldn't be, oh, it's because I'm a nice guy and girls don't like a nice guy.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
we weren't compatible. Something else happened.
And guess what? When you're a quote unquote nice guy,
I would never blame it on being a nice guy.
And the second a woman suddenly is like, oh, you're actually just a friend, and then you turn into a piece of shit, you were never a nice guy. It means you were trying to manipulate her with your quote unquote niceness, and you didn't get what you wanted, and therefore now she's a bitch or whatever. Like, that's not the way it works. Like, you were trying to manipulate her just in a different way. But you're like, but I'm a nice guy. I treat her like a princess, blah, blah. Dude, she fucking sees through that. She doesn't care about, she doesn't want to be treated like a quote-unquote princess because she fucking understands you're doing that and you're using her and you're trying to get something out of her. And like, oh, she didn't fucking fall for it because I'm a fucking, you're an ugly fucking incel.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with any of that shit. Literally, it's, talk to a person. If they like you, they'll talk back. If they don't, move the fuck on.
If they don't,
just
guess
move
what?
On.
Oh, she probably just wants to go after Chad.
There's 4 billion women on Earth.
Yeah.
If one doesn't like you, it doesn't mean that all women are bad.
Yeah, move the fuck. But unfortunately,
move the fuck on.
Yeah, but unfortunately, these are the people.
I've had girls not be interested, and you know what I didn't do? Go on the internet and be like, yeah,
fucking bitch.
fatwa. No, I literally went, oh, she doesn't like me. Yeah. And I felt bad about it for a day, and then I moved fuck on.
It sucks, and you go, oh, okay, well, it just didn't work.
Yeah, like, I did like her, but I guess that doesn't work. What are you going to do, stalk her? Oh, wait, yes,
they do. Yes, they do that, and then they also,
what are you
get everybody else to
stalk them?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, they do.
They do that too. Yeah, they get
what are you going to do, sexually assault them? Shit. Fuck.
You got a whole fucking incel playbook on your fucking phone right there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, like, exactly. Like, I don't know how we got on this topic, but it is ridiculous.
It is important once in a while to mention that incels exist. I hope they go away, and that everything they believe in is basically just another echo chamber. Another echo chamber. Because they got that one other incel friend who's on Discord. He's like, want to join my server?
And unfortunately, it's a lot of, like, and a lot of them are like... Are like influencers and stuff. There's like the Andrew Tates, obviously, who like after going to prison has gotten even more popular. There's the Jordan Petersons who are like that. The Manosphere. Actually, anybody out there who wants to watch something really cool, check out Mooncat, Munecat on YouTube. She's an awesome British social media person on YouTube. But she does this one. First of all, actually, her line goes up. Thing about debunking or shitting all over the fucking cryptosphere is awesome too. But like, she has this entire video called Debunking the Manosphere, where she like breaks down like these myths of the Manosphere of like, nobody wants to suck my dick, and she's like a really attractive fucking like British blonde woman, like 30-ish or whatever, and she's like, so like you can actually
British accent.
Oh, actually, and hers is like she's got a little bit of that trash northern accent.
I want to change my wife's Duolingo to just be British accent, not like whatever language she's looking for. Like, it's just English with an accent. Learn it.
No, yeah. So check out Mooncat, but like,
you know what? I came up with new content here based on that.
Yeah.
Do you want to finish your statement first?
No. All I was gonna say is like debunking the Manosphere on YouTube is great because like we're talking about that, like the shitty Manosphere, essentially the myths that these people purport being like, you fucking women don't want to suck my dick. I'm like, dude, just, you know what, fucking like learn something. Like, oh my god, it's ridiculous. Like, so she lays it out very, very like clinically and very like properly, but also she's hilarious and really talented, and she does like songs and music, and it's like a 2-hour video.
Okay,
it's totally
you helped me actually on my idea. I'd like her and Bo Burnham to team up and make a movie.
Oh, she's a huge Bo Burnham fan. Actually, one of her songs is like very clearly like ripped off of Bo Burnham, and she even like admits it. She's like, yeah, I'm so totally obsessed with Bo
I want
Burnham,
them to collaborate on a movie, and I want it to be just called Incel. Like, I want the opening credits to be like the big block letters where it's like Incel.
Yeah.
But I want it to be a complete flip of the script. I want it to start with a female lead. She goes on a date. It doesn't work out well. She immediately goes home and starts tippy-tapping on her keyboard.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Meets some
people.
They give her the confirmation, like, you know, she wants. And then, like, the whole
movie... he was a piece of shit.
The whole movie leads her into, like, almost like a school shooting kind of atmosphere, like maybe a cafe shooting. But the whole movie is like a downward spiral of her... But it's the exact story of an incel from a woman's point of view.
Yeah.
Just to basically flip the script so people will pay attention.
Yeah.
I don't like gender reverse movies. I don't like race reverse movies. I think they're lazy writing. They're lazy creativity wise. It's just going, you do Ghostbusters again, but with women.
Yeah,
no, you're a bad writer.
We just did a school shooting, but with a trans person. Yeah. Remember, like with the Nashville one, which I love. This is like again like getting a little too into politics, but I love the fact that like now the Marjorie Taylor Greens are like, oh, this person was probably on some hormone therapy, blah blah blah. Okay, I'm like, okay,
it didn't help anything. All they want to do now is stop trans people from getting guns.
No, and what it is like seeing them being like, Mark, oh, if it has to do with like sex, sexuality, and gender, fine. Let's start doing the numbers. Okay, we have had one on the trans column, and everybody else is generally a straight white man.
Yes.
So let's start saying the problem is straight white men. Like somehow when you have it this one person, you're like, oh, it's definitely because they're trans.
I knew this.
And they were taking pills. They didn't know if their dick was in their hand or the fucking AR-15, and they were just thinking they were shooting their dick off. But no, it wasn't. Fucking pussy. And they were using the wrong bathroom. They were in the bathroom. They were mad. They fucking shot kids.
Get lost.
Alabama, Alaska, and the new demon
You know what? I'm fucking sick of all these weak-ass human males bragging about their dicks all the time. The rest of us here in the animal kingdom are getting pretty fucking sick of it. Worst part is, y'all got puny little peckers compared to some of us out there. So quit your frontin' and let me introduce you to the Big Pecker Animal Crew.
Banana slug, ratio 1-to-1, dick as big as me, all around me jealousy at my slug size ding dong, nothing wrong, take your eyes off my slug junk bro and move along, get on with your day, nothing to see here except for the most exceptional dick this side of the Tangier, it's clear, I can see it in your soul, the disbelief the moment I unsheath and plug it in your hole. Yeah, I'm the barnacle. The biggest dick of all, if I was 6 foot high, my dick would be 24 stories tall. You might say,
he's just an arthropod in the subphylum Crustacea.
My cock was made by God. It's long and it's stretchy, so I can lure the girls back to my boat where I can shower them with pearls. You might see me and be grossed out and you'd have a right to be when you walk into your bedroom and I'm all up on your lady.
I'm the blue whale, dick so big that it could impale anyone that comes in contact. Big deal, it probably was foreseen. I'm the biggest motherfucking male you ever fucking seen. Dong is 8 foot long, slender but delicate, bigger than the tallest man, no need to challenge it. But don't take it from me, my boy Elephant will tell you just how big a dick can be. Tell him, Elephant. Oh yeah, man. Preach. Oh, they ain't gonna like that one.
No!
Oh, man, you tell it how it is, Elephant.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
Yes!